Alright guys, doing another study from Exodus 24 all the way through the end of 28. Most of this has to do with the construction of the sanctuary and the tabernacle, and you know, the priest's clothing and the things that are going in there, the Ark of the Covenant and so on and so forth, which I mean, there's plenty that can be said about that. That's not really what jumped out and spoke to me today, though. I did back up a little bit to chapter 24. I know we touched on it a little bit yesterday, but one of the things that stood out to me is that when Moses is getting called up to the mountain to receive the Ten Commandments, before he goes up, God tells him, you know, to construct these altars, and he constructs these altars and begins to sacrifice. And one of the parts that I certainly thought was foretelling of the future is that in verse 8, it says, "And Moses took the blood and sprinkled it on the people, and said, Behold, the blood of the covenant which the Lord hath made with you concerning all these words." So Moses is already starting to lay the groundwork here that this is a blood covenant, and that, you know, without the spilling of blood there can be no remission of sins. So but the next thing that kind of jumped out at me, and this is going to be kind of brief today, was in chapter 28 verse 36. It's talking about the breastplate that is being constructed for Aaron, for him to for him to minister before the Lord, and so on and so forth. And it says, "And thou shalt make a plate of pure gold, and engrave upon it like the engravings of a signet, holiness to the Lord." And that word holiness is something that is long since been lost in our modern day, especially in Western Christianity. That word holiness means to be set apart. And I wanted to, there's a channel called the Bible Project. I think that's what it's called. I'm going to put a link down in the description. And it does a short little video. I think it's only like 5 or 6 minutes long, but it really describes holiness and how that's done, and the significance of it. So I'm going to go ahead and attach that. All right, you guys, God bless.